Welcome to another episode, everyone. This blood gang member crashes out on Milk74. He goes nuclear. He really crashes out on Milk and says that Milk is a nobody and a culture vulture. Now, this is in response. He's reacting to Milk's comments about him. This, of course, being Snoopy Badass, who Milk went on this same podcast, Witty Apparatus, a week or so ago, and said that, said some things about Snoopy Badass, that he didn't know what he was talking about, that he was the one that was scared. This is the individual, of course, that made the comments that the blacks were scared or were afraid of the Mexicans, and then turned around and said that the Mexicans were also afraid of the blacks, etc. We covered that here. Let's get into it.
In this interview, in my recent interview with Milk74, he said that the situation between black and Mexican communities in LA isn't as bad as people think it is. What do you think about that?
Tell him to shut up. He a culture vulture. He don't get no say-so. He don't get no say-so in this culture, bro. Milk ain't gonna do nothing to nobody. He just a dude that got on the gang, bro. We don't care about what Milk is talking about, bro. Milk. Dead homies. We do him, bro. Feel me? Tell him to talk about who his white mama is, who his white daddy is. Because he talk about all this other shit, but except where he come from. Who are you really? Like, we don't care about him, bro. He ain't never been outside like that, bro. Because he got a few pictures and smoked a couple blunts. Milk ain't nobody. Milk. I don't care about his opinion on that. Because it don't matter. He's a culture vulture. Getting put on a gang don't make you a part of a culture. It makes you a fan, my nigga. Dead on me, huh?
Now, what's interesting about his situation is he's obviously white or Caucasian, whatever term works best, but he's from a predominantly predominantly black American gang. You know what I'm saying?
He got put on a prominent, predominantly black American gang. Don't mean nothing. LA gangbangers put on any body. You don't see Deem the Great from 60s now? Getting put on a gang in LA don't make you solid. That's been proved. They put on anybody. Crip Mac, Dean the Great, Soulja Boy, Chris Brown. Do I just got to keep going? And I ain't got no problem with Chris Brown. I think he'll actually get in. But that don't mean nothing because he got put on the gang. We don't care. That don't mean he's still a culture vulture. He's just a culture vulture, a white boy that got put on the gang. That's it. He ain't gonna go. He ain't never knocked nothing down for over. Because if he did, they'd have more respect for him than they got for him. So we don't care. Milk is a culture vulture. He don't get no opinion when it comes to black people. He's just a nigga on the internet. You feel me? That like I said, he's another one. Wow, white over? Who wouldn't look at that on the internet? A white over? Never thought you would see that in his lifetime.
Now, why do you think you see things differently than Milk?
Why do I see it? Because I'm really from the culture. You're talking to somebody whose mother or father was real gangbangers. My daddy died gangbanging. My mama was shot and paralyzed. Homie, she was out there gangbanging, bro. I'm somebody that's really from the culture. He's not. He just got put on a gang that put on anybody. That's why our opinions is different. He's not from here. He's not from our culture. He's not from the real LA culture. He's not.
Now,
I want somebody to ask him, Milk, where was you born at? What hospital was you born at? Where's your real mama at? Where's your real daddy? Where they was from? How did you end up in LA? Nobody's asking him the right questions. I would like to have a sit down with him, but he ain't gonna do it because he's too scary. He ain't gonna be in the same one with me. And I need that. Like, look, you know me, that if you want to ask me who I want to fight, it's Milk74. That's who I want to get down with, bro.
Now, I don't know about the fight part about it, but I'd love to see you guys have a face-to-face or face-off.
I know you're going to try to do everything positive, but yeah, I would like to get out with Milk74, man. Because, Milk, like, and the cool thing about Milk, right? Because I don't really care about this, bro. Like, I don't care who's a snitch, who's not a snitch, who gon' snitch, who about to snitch, because I'm not breaking the law any of these, bro. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? So I never had no problem with Milk. But Milk has a problem with me. You feel what I'm saying? Milk got a problem with me. He can't just, shout me out, but like, yeah, Snoopy Badass says Crip Mac is a culture vulture. He can't do that. Ex-Crip/Blood says Crip Mac. Okay, well, feel me? Son of Miss KKK, Caucasian white boy, Milk says this. You get what I'm trying to say? Instead of me saying Milk 74. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, that be playing. Like that, play with people. They do on this internet that they would never do in a person's face, bro. Like how he disrespected Adam 22, but then when he sat down with him and is respectful. Like, bro, you can't be doing it, bro. Like, we got to stop talking down and talking bad about people. Even if you feel like a toad or whatever, if you are not going to say this to this face, you are a buster if you would say it on the internet, bro. And that's the category Milk in. He do a lot of and say a lot of on this internet that he ain't gonna tell nobody to their face, bro. Dead homies. So I don't with Milk, bro. He's a clown. He's a culture vulture. He's more of a culture vulture than Crip Mac.
Wow. And I know how many times you said that you believe Crip Mac is a culture vulture, but you put Milk ahead of him?
Yes. Milk is a culture vulture, bro. Dead homies, all the way. Feel me? Until he can get up here and talk about his life story top to bottom. Let us know who his white parents is, where he come from. Bro, you a culture vulture, bro, because we don't even know you. You're practically an imposter. We don't care about you getting put on Hoover. LA gangbangers put on anybody. We seen that a million times. So that don't validate you for shit. Ain't no mover came out of shit. Yeah, the homie got the show for shows. The homie didn't put in work. The homie, ain't nobody mover came out of said that about him. He's just a white boy that got put on that took some pictures. That's it. Culture vulture.
Now, in my interview with Milk74, he said you're pushing the narrative that black people are afraid of Mexicans in LA. And he claimed that you're actually the one who sounded scared. What's your response to that?
He said, I'm the one who's scared of what? Mexicans? How the f I'm scared of Mexicans and I'm the only one that's saying the truth? Like, what is he talking about? Like, he don't make no sense. I'm the one that's scared. He don't even make no sense, bro. Like, the nigga speaking out is not the one who's scared. What is he talking about? That's what I'm saying. From the culture, speaking out is talking about that he don't even know what the f he talking about, bro. Oh, he the one who sound like he's scared. Like, I mean, you from a hood that share a gang with a whole Mexican gang that's NK on the other side of town. Dead homies. And he don't get no say so. Like I say, he don't even make no sense. He sound like he's the one who was scared of the Mexicans. Like, bro, shut up. That's what happens with like that they didn't even live this life or see life through the lens of real niggas got something, an opinion on real. How the f I'm the one scared of the Mexicans and I'm the only one getting on this trying to speak up for my black people, something you ain't, Milk. You feel me? And wake them up and tell them the truth. Like, shut up. You just another trying to COINTELPRO agent trying to cause confusion, my nigga. Don't listen to Milk, bro. Dead homies. Don't listen to Blood. You don't even know what he's talking about. How the only that's up here speaking the truth about these mother scared of them. Man, please. Oh yeah, man, Milk ain't from the culture, bro. I don't care about what Milk got to say about anything, bro. I'm the only black that's getting up here telling the truth about the Hispanics and about the black people, bro. Ain't nobody scared of nobody. I'm probably the most fearless around here, though. Dead homies. But since I'm so scared, nigga, Milk, I'll beat your ass, though. You want to fight?
I doubt he wants that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe he does. You know, you never know, right?
That nigga can't see me, bro. I'll whoop Milk ass, bro. He better shut up. That's what I'm talking about. It's the era of the buster. You feel me? He can't even see Crip Mac. Crip Mac will whoop him. Crip Mac, I'll whoop Crip Mac ass and Crip Mac will whoop Milk ass. I don't care about what Milk talking about. Milk. Culture vulture. What else he say?
Now, Milk74 also said that black and
I don't care. I don't give a F about what Milk got to say. What else he say? No, crazy. I'm just trying to let it play. People say I interrupt too much sometimes. Talk too much too sometimes. So I'll be brief. Let him talk. I'm not here to defend Milk. I'm sure Milk will have a response to this. He can defend himself. But I will give a little bit about what I do know. I mean, I do know that Milk was raised by a black woman, a black mother, or what have you. But you all let me know what you think in the comments about his comments so far about Milk being a culture vulture and that his opinion does not matter or should not matter as it relates to LA gangs and LA gang culture, black people and black culture, etc. And Snoopy, badass here, from my understanding, he didn't grow up in LA either. You know, he's a gang member from LA now, or Compton or something, I don't know. They say he's been here and there as far as the gangs are concerned. He's been from a few different gangs, whatever, man, I don't know. But I don't think that he's from LA, like born and raised in LA. I don't know how long he has been in Los Angeles, California, or has been repping LA or coming to LA. They said that he was from Paris, California. Now, he's talking a lot about snitching and this and that because this is what he's been accused of. There's another video or clip of him with the same interview, a different segment, where he's talking about where he got on the stand and how individuals are coming down on him and how the culture is hypocritical or something. I may get into that. I may have to get into that so people understand what these rules are, because there's been a lot of misinformation put out there about the rules in the LA politics as it relates to snitching and all of that. Some people feel like there's a hypocrisy there. And this is what he was referring to in that interview. But nevertheless, that's something separate. I'll perhaps get into that later on or something. I don't know. I'm really not in the mood for this stuff today. That's another reason I'm just whatever. But I did want to play the response that he has to Milk. I played what Milk had to say about him and the other day. So he's responding to that. Now, dude did not ask him, well, what about what Milk had to say as far as you being from different hoods? You going from this hood, that hood, this hood, and this hood, and that you were from Paris, California yourself. So that you might be a cultural vulture. What about that? He didn't ask that question, the interviewer here, witty. But he's asking some questions and Snoop is talking. I'll let him continue.
Mexican gangs have had wars in the past, but still coexist in the same neighborhoods today. Do you think that proves the situation isn't as extreme as some people might say?
See, this is how you know he an idiot. So let me put on my lens to the street culture that Milk don't possess, because he's a culture vulture. For one, homie, Hispanic gangs, Surenos, feel me? They only act like they like black people when the black people outnumbers them. That's the only time. And black people are passionate. See, a Hispanic can move into a black neighborhood and start a gang. The blacks accept it because, like I said, they fear them, right? But a black can't go to none of these outskirts cities that's predominantly Hispanic in Surenos and start a gang or even just live there. You understand what I'm saying? So he don't even know what he talking about. But they only getting along with the gang because the gang got the numbers over there, like the 18th Street or Hoover Locals. They can't beef with the Hoovers and the Hoovers. It's too many of them. You get what I'm saying? So of course they gonna stay in line, but let it get to a point they get deeper than the Hoovers. You gonna see their true colors there. That's what I'm talking about. And awesome, feel me? Go look at El Monte. Go look at Rosemead. Go look at Monterey Park. Go look at Corona. Go look at Westlake. What is he talking? Let a black gang or a black family move in any one of these neighborhoods and watch how they get harassed. And I'm speaking off of full experience. I'm not speaking off of what I think the culture is, what I heard like Milk. I'm speaking off of full experience. Like my stepdad Dice, right? His brother is Baby Sharnbo from Full Trade Gangsta. His real name Terry. He's like my uncle. What's up, Terry? He came to my mama. My mama moved to Rosemead for a little bit and she had to go. She moved to Rosemead. Terry came over there to see my mother and his brother walk back to the bus stop to leave. A car full of Hispanics pulled up on him and was like, hey, you in the wrong neighborhood, fool. He said, man, I'm just getting on the bus. I'm just trying to go. They wasn't trying to hear that. They jumped out, packed him out, and stabbed him and told him don't come around here no more. That's how they get down when the city is predominantly them and the neighborhood is predominantly them. Go, let me see a black family or a black hood go to any one of these Hispanic cities or neighborhoods and do what they do in South Central LA. They got their own cities, Torrance, Southgate, all them cities that I named, El Monte, Rosemead. They got all them cities and they got a piece of our cities. They ain't got shit. But let the shoe be on the other foot. They not gonna let us set up shop nowhere, bro. But things like that, Milk74 don't know. Cause he not really from the culture. He don't understand it. Oh man, they cool cause we right here with them. Shut up. Shut up.
Now, there was a very, very famous case that's been talked about recently, even on the political side of things, where there was a black family that was their house was firebombed by some Hispanic gang members. You know, very famous case.
Are you talking about the one? Was it Aliso Phillips, like East LA?
Something that.
Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, and it was just a regular family. So
that's East LA.
So
now let a black gang go to East LA. See, that's how you know Milk don't know what he talking about, bro. See, I understand the mind of these racist Surenos, bro. Of course, they're gonna act like they like us, or to get in the rap game, or to get in and to be in our neighborhood when we outnumbered. Of course, but let them outnumber us. Let them control the rap game. They ain't gonna give a shit. Everybody knows that. What he talking about? He don't even know what he's talking about, bro. He just on here just trying to combat what I'm saying because I know he's a like nigga. This is the truth of it. The f is he talking about?
Now, do you think some of those deeper or situations like you talked about with your uncle and the firebombing situation like that, do you think that that's ever a situation that could be fixed, or because of the numbers and the demographic change that'll always?
It's the numbers.
So, excuse me, I'm curious to know what you all think so far. I'd like to have the Surenos jump in the comments. I'm not going to get too much into it, offer too much of my own opinion right now. This is about Snoopy Badass and his opinion, and I'm letting him speak and say what he has to say. I want you all not necessarily to defend yourselves. You don't have to defend yourself, but state your case. I mean, is what he's saying accurate in your mind as it relates to you and your race or the Sureno gangs or not? As far as you are concerned, it's a hard thing to say, I'm sure, or it would be a hard thing to admit, but we're all men. For those who are women, you're women. But is he correct? I already know I'm asking the Surenos, whatever. I already know what the brothers feel for the most part, how the brothers are going to feel about what he's saying. Many, I'm sure, are going to feel like he's accurate, that he's spot on. I'm just curious. So that's why I'm asking the Surenos, is it true that when you guys are not as deep, that's when you play nice with the black people, with the brothers, when you're not that deep in a certain neighborhood or what have you? Nevertheless, as soon as you get the numbers, as soon as you are deep, black people can expect for you to start tripping. Now, I don't know of the incident. I'm certainly about to go research it right now that they referenced about this black family's home being firebombed by some Hispanics. And Whitty said that, I guess just because they moved into the neighborhood, I get this is the implication, because this is what the conversation is. And Whitty said that this black family was not even, gang related or nothing like that. Just a normal, if you will, regular black family, not drug dealers, not thugs, not what have you. You know, working people, working class, probably church going people. And their home was firebombed. And of course, Snoopy Badass just gave, a story about his Uncle Terry just trying to catch the bus and say, man, I don't want no problems. I'm just trying to get out of here. I'm just trying to catch the bus. I just came to see my brother, man, and his sister or whatever. And that wasn't enough for him. Jumped out, packed him out, stabbed him, instead of just saying, man, y'all know, just okay, that's cool. Don't come back over here though. Even though, hey, damn, I can't come see my brother. You know what I mean? But okay, but instead of just saying that, all right, man, that's cool. Or, it's not cool, but, don't come back over here, homie, you know what I mean, or whatever. And letting that be that, since apparently he wasn't being aggressive, whatever, homie, whatever. He's saying, oh, man, I don't want no problems. I'm just trying to get on the bus and get up out of here. And they still jump out, pack him out, and stab him up, according to what we just heard. So this is why some individuals feel the way that they feel. This is why Snoopy feels the way that he feels. And he's not alone in this thought process, as I said, that the Surenos gangs really started tripping the most, particularly like in Torrance and all that. They used to be spazzing out, tripping. They didn't want blacks over there. I know that for a fact. I know that personally. And black people have been killed in their homes just for living in these neighborhoods. Like, what the F is this? The Klan or something? Like, was Sundown Town? Who y'all think y'all are? The Klan, bro? You know what I mean? Y'all hate black people like we can't move in y'all neighborhood. This shit the Klan talking about, these white people be talking about. Without them burning crosses and kicking in doors and frightening people and terrorizing the community and all of this stuff, just because we exist, we haven't done anything, just because we breathe. You don't want us breathing this air. You want us breathing this air, because without black people, many of the things that you enjoy in this life, you would not have, because we invented it. We created it. You people can't come up with nothing. None of y'all. We created all of this shit. I'll get into that. I'll get into it. Oh, man, they created Google. Man, you people, man, y'all ain't created nothing. So you need us. Whether you want us or not, you need us, you love us, you want to be like us, every damn body. Nevertheless, there's a lot of hatred from everyone, from every race. Make no mistake about it, bro. Black people really have no allies. I'm just smart enough to know it. Let me know what y'all say, what y'all think in the comments about what this man is saying. Again, obviously, this video, this response is about Milk, but he's going on and say why Milk doesn't know what he's talking about as far as really being in this culture and how things really work with these people, and this gang violence and this racial violence as it relates to Los Angeles and the history of it. I do know the history of it. I was involved in it, physically involved in it, more than once. I'm not going to get into that because, again, this is about what Snoop is saying, what he has to say. Again, I'm curious to know what you all feel about what he's saying about Milk. Some people are going to say, well, you want to squabble Milk, because there are a lot of people that have said some things about Snoopy Badass, and you want to pick Milk to be the one, little skinny Milk, that you want to squabble and punch on out of, everything else, or out of all the people who have attacked this individual for various reasons. Nevertheless, this is how he feels. For whatever reason, he's taken a particular umbrage to what Milk has said. So, I can't tell someone how to feel about someone attacking them or attacking their character or whatever, because I know how I am, and I'll be so quick to react and I'll be wanting to attack all the time when someone says the slightest thing about me. I'm ready to crash out, which is not a smart thing. It's not cool. You know what I mean? That's stupid. And and I'm not going to do that. I'm working on that. But I'm just saying. So I can't tell him, oh man, you tripping, you going too far on what you saying about Milk or what have you. Because Milk said some things about him, and I didn't say Milk was going too far. So I'm just trying to stay neutral in this and let these individuals work this out. He's saying what he has to say. But again, I believe the other video that he did, I did catch a clip of it, which is apparently the same interview, is very interesting about gang politics, street politics, LA politics, LA gang culture politics. And I would probably like to speak on some of the things that he had to say about that, because some of it I do not agree with. And some people believe that he's just snitching, he's a snitch, and now he hates everyone because he snitched, and is trying to change the rules and bend the rules and move the goalposts about what's acceptable, what's allowed, and what is not as it relates to the gang culture and snitching. I'm gonna have to get into that, because there's a lot of these individuals on the internet now. Nah, man, I'm not gonna sit back and let this keep happening. If you did something bad, if you snitched, if you bowed out, if you went to a PCR, any of that stuff, bro, you're done. You are done. With this here game, you have nothing to say that anyone should want to listen to or respect. Absolutely nothing. Now, I will say that Snoopy Badass, he makes points. Sort of like Charleston White. He makes a lot of points. May not like his delivery or the messenger, but he makes some points, bro. In a couple of the videos that I've seen, he makes some points. He's making a couple here, if I'm being honest, regardless of where it's coming from, whether you like the person or respect the person that the message is coming from. That is important, who the message is coming from, of course. Nevertheless, sometimes you have to detach the messenger from the message and just receive the message and do away with the messenger if necessary. But again, I'm not finna go into this long thing and trip out right now. I'm just not in the mood. It's Sunday. I'm not finna trip out right now. At least I don't plan on it. We'll see what happens in my next video. I'm trying to keep my cool though, man.
Wherever they get deep at, and it's more of them, they're going to push your black ass out. That's just how that goes. Like, most Surenos don't like us. And see, Milk ain't never been to prison. See, he don't know this. He don't see, let me keep talking from experience that milk culture vulture ass don't have, right? So, he said that they don't like, bro, in the California prison system, the Surenos rise with the Aryan Brotherhood and the whites against the blacks, bro. The same mother that was talking about sending their ass back to, they ride with them in the pen against us.
Now, that's a part that's crazy to a lot of people. It's
hold on. So if I'm wrong, why is it that? That's how you know, because Milk ain't never been no where. That's what I'm saying. This internet is giving niggas platforms and let them speak on that they don't even have no experience in. Them same in the Hoovers, the 18th Street logos, ride with the white boys in the pen. I don't believe in that black and brown unity, bro. And until that hit the prison system, that is all air to me, bro. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in none of that. Do I think all Surenos are prejudiced? No. I believe that there is some good Surenos, but for the most part, 99.9% of them are prejudiced, bro. And if they haven't displayed their prejudice qualities because they're not deep enough yet. But soon as the numbers get more to y'all, not even, because they ain't even gonna try it then. But soon as it get over y'all, they gonna push y'all out y'all hood. That's the truth.
That's wild, man, because, to think.
I don't know, man. The more I listen to it, the more I will say that this is some a certain kind of rhetoric. It could be even considered dangerous rhetoric. I don't think it's deliberate on his part. I don't know. I can't speak for him, in fact. But because if certain people or black people, let's say, interpret this a certain way, that absorb and digest this information, that once the Surenos get deep or deeper than you in your own neighborhood, their propensity will be to push you out violently as soon as they get the numbers. Then the blacks, any smart group at that juncture will say, well, let's push them out before they get the numbers. Let's push them out while we have the numbers. What do you mean? We're not going to sit back and let them get the numbers and push us out. Let's push them out now then. You see what I'm saying? This is where this sort of talk can lead to something else sometimes, although I don't think it will. And because in this case, people will probably look at the messenger as opposed to the message. This same message coming from someone else, and the messenger is important, as I said, because someone can say something and it has no impact, and someone else says the very same thing and it impacts everything. So in this case, again, and I don't know this man. I don't know him personally. I just know a little bit about his story. I just know a little bit about what people have been saying recently. But he supposedly got on the stand, and then again, the clip I saw, he admitted that he got on the stand or what have you, and that he supposedly switched all these different hoods or so forth and so on. And I know people be talking bad about him somewhat on the internet. So that's why I say the messenger. I don't know him. To say he's a bad person or not a stand-up individual or whatever. Just from what I've been hearing on the internet, I'm just going off of that, saying that the messenger, because I don't think people, they really been rocking with him like that. But hell, I could be wrong, man. I don't know. So, but anyway, again, hey, Surenos, let me know. Get in the comments, man. Why y'all ride with the whites? Why y'all ride with Aryan Brotherhood in prison? This is what Snoopy Badass wants to know. He says that if y'all are not racist and it's supposed to be this black and brown unity, then how come you're riding with the people in prison who call you grapists, drug dealers, and aliens and want you to get out of the country? How come you're riding with them as opposed to your black brothers who are also in the fight of their life on all fronts in this country? I say it's a legitimate question. Curious to hear the answer from you all.
So what brings that about? Why in prison it's like that, to where they ride with the racists?
Because they don't like blacks, like I said. They don't like blacks, bro. That's where it breaks down to. They don't like blacks. They call us dirty. They call us maetes. They say we lazy. You understand what I'm saying? They don't like us, bro. I don't like, you feel me? And it is what it is. Am I racist? No. But I am racist against racist people. I will display some racist qualities if a person displayed them qualities to me. I just mirror my opponent. And I'm just letting the Surenos know, I believe y'all racist. Feel me? So, but he said I'm scared of the Mexicans. So if I'm scared of him, why am I saying this? Like, bro, he don't even know what he's talking about, bro. Like, y'all need to stop platforming that clown, bro. Because he don't even make no sense. Keep that on Milk TV and talk to your little suburban fan base, bro, and the busters that believe your shit, bro. Feel me? Real niggas don't believe that. Niggas really had their foot in the paint. Really, that motherfucker lived this shit, my prison systems, families dying, nigga, really from the culture, born here. We don't believe you, Milk.
All right. Going off. That's what he had to say. And as I said, there's other videos on my mind because some of I did catch that clip earlier when I caught this, where he's talking about the gang culture and snitching and this and that, and he has some things to say. I do want to break some of that down, but there you have it, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. As I said, he had a lot to say. Had a lot to say about Milk. Again, I could go on and on and on, but I'll let Milk defend himself. I'm sure he will. Maybe he just let this go. I don't know, but I'm just saying. I'll let every man speak for himself and defend himself. I'm just covering this. It's not about my personal feelings. And he had a lot to say about Milk, being a coach of Vulture and this and that, and he wants to squabble him. Then, of course, as we just heard, he went on to the Surenos and said that, they only play nice when they're not that deep. And when they do get deep, you got to move out of your own neighborhood. They're going to push you out violently, right? Because they're not saying, hey, can you move? And you say, yes, okay. That's not how it works, right? No one volunteers to move. If you leaving your home that you've been in for 30 years, you getting pushed out. They running you out. You feel like your life is in danger. You've been told that your life is in danger. You've been shown that your life is in danger. Like firebombing a house or something. So you all let me know what you think about this. Let's get into this conversation. And regardless of who the messenger is, I'm gonna separate the messenger from the message. Me, myself. I'm going to have the wherewithal to do that. And then, of course, the third thing would be, generally speaking, what he had to say about Hispanic Surenos riding with whites in prison. There's so much black and brown unity, and he says, well, why do they do that? Why do they ride with the racists in prison? Because they hate blacks. Curious to hear you guys answer and respond to that. Stay safe and stay free, people.